Hey, Kim Commando here. Right after today's Daily Tech Update, I've got the inside scoop you don't want to miss. I'm hopping onto the Mark Aram Show on 95.5 WSB to break down the latest headlines. You don't want to miss this. Today, let's explore a little TikTok trend that has no name, but it is colorful and very narcissistic. I'm Kim Commando for WebRoot. Start the new year with the world's best antivirus protection. Get an exclusive 75% off at webroot.com/Kim. Last year about this time, TikTok users began noticing other people posting messages using yellow or pink fonts. The trend spread quickly. Yellow and pink are now everywhere on TikTok. Yellow means the writer is sharing something very private and raw. Pink is the sentimental counterpart to yellow, but still very personal and again, raw. Now you may ask, if it's so deeply personal, why would anyone publish it to the entire world? Psychologists call this curated vulnerability or virtue signaling, as in, look at me, look how deeply I feel. Either way, it's narcissistic, and the only cure is to put down the phone, get off TikTok, and realize the world really doesn't care about your little feelings. Join almost 1 million folks who get TechSmart the easy way with my free newsletter. It's 5-star rated. Sign up now at getkim.com. At least 2 times a month, I bring the latest tech scoop to the Mark Aram Show. We always cover the tech that impacts your life, and we always have a laugh or two doing it. So if you missed us live in Atlanta on WSB, don't worry. We've got it right here for you. So let's dive right into the conversation. Think about all the irreplaceable moments on your computer, your kids' photos, important records, years of work, and memories. If your computer crashed today, how much would you lose? It happens every day, and it's completely preventable. That's why I use and recommend Carbonite, my #1 choice for cloud backup. Carbonite gives you unlimited automatic protection for everything that matters. It quietly backs up all your photos, documents, and important memories in the background, safely, privately, and always just a click away on your computer or mobile app. Carbonite is your ultimate backup plan. It protects you from the unexpected, from accidental deletions and hard drive crashes to floods, fires, and even a morning coffee spill on your laptop. And if something does happen, recovery couldn't be easier. Just log in and restore everything with one click, even on a brand new computer. Right now, get 50% off Carbonite when you go to carbonite.com/Kim. That's carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better digital life with Carbonite.
11:38 on the Mark Aram Show. Joining us, our good friend and confidant, tech guru, goddess, Kim Commando. Kim, I'm assuming you were safe during the ice storm of 2026 out in Arizona.
Well, my lounge chair fell over, but I think we'll be able to survive.
A lounge chair, not a lazy boy, guys. A lounge chair. Kim, how are you, buddy?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me on.
We had a huge run, as you might imagine, at the grocery stores here leading up to Ice Storm 2026. The store shelves were barren. I want to start with a story with you that you've been following. Grocery stores tracking what you buy and changing prices in real time. How does that work?
Oh, man, this is really something. Regulators are looking into how grocery stores are now using AI and these ESLs. There are electronic shelf labels where they can update prices between the time a customer picks up an item and when they actually reach the checkout. And so Kroger's using this and Walmart. Now, these are digital price tags, and there are also some black domes you may start seeing in grocery stores at eye level on shelves and maybe at the end of shelves, and digital screens that may show you ads that change when you approach. See, there are now cameras, Wi-Fi, and sensors that will track which aisles that you walk down, the products that you pick up, how long you hesitate, when you walk away empty-handed, and like you mentioned, surge pricing. When there's a storm, maybe the prices of milk, bread, and other essentials, they actually go up.
So instead of like the typical like little lanyards you see in front of the Campbell's soup that tells you, hey, it's $1.99, it'll be a digital price. And it could change by the time you pick up the clam chowder to the time you check out the clam chowder.
Yes, and like, you know, and also stores are now changing prices. So like, let's say early on a Tuesday morning, nobody's shopping. You might be getting more deals. Lunchtime rush, sandwiches will actually cost some more. So how do you fight back? Well, you know, it's kind of hard if they're going to be changing prices on the fly. But what you can do is limit the tracking. Because if you have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turned on and you go in the store, they're going to track you to that loyalty card and they know, okay, Mark likes to buy really expensive red wine. So we're not going to give him a deal on that, you know, on the $2 chuck because he's not going to buy it anyway. The other thing that you can do is skip the loyalty app. Now, do you remember that song, 867-5309?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jenny?
Yes, Jenny. So when the cashier asks you for your loyalty number or your phone number, what you want to do is use your area code and 867-5309, and it works more often than not because just about every community, somebody has used that as their loyalty number. I actually used it myself in Safeway a couple of days ago, and the gal's like, do you know you have $25 cash back? I'm like, really? She's like,
Take it back.
Yeah, she's like, do you want to use it now? I'm like, sure, it's okay.
That's amazing. So that way you get the discounts, but they don't get your personal data.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
It's kind of the way you said what it too, as you approach in this new age at grocery stores, it will recognize who you are. That reminds me, remember that movie Minority Report?
Oh, for sure.
Where Tom Cruise is walking down the street and every ad is tailored to him. Like, that's kind of freaky, Kim.
Yeah, it is happening. What I have a really, I'm not going to say who his name is, but he's kind of a whack job. And whenever he goes shopping, he'll actually wear a hat and sunglasses because he believes that makes it harder for the stores to scrape his age and who he is and stuff.
Is it Clark Howard? Is it Clark Howard?
It's not Clark.
Okay.
But no, Clark would be going just for the discount aisle.
Yeah,
that's all.
Absolutely. All right, that's really usable information. Something certainly to watch for. I don't want to pay surge pricing for my pub sub at Publix, right? I try to avoid the deli anywhere at lunchtime because it's always jammed, folks on their lunch break. So that is really good info. Kim Komando joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. Deborah pulled a story today of a Facebook marketplace murder, which happens all too frequently. You've got a story that a man buying and selling cars on Marketplace could be facing up to 98 years in prison.
Okay.
What are the details here?
This is wild. It actually happened in Kansas City. This guy allegedly was selling cars on Facebook Marketplace. So he'd sell the cars, but then after he sold them, he'd steal them back, and then he would sell them again. Okay, so he had about 8 victims. He used the same trick every single time: fake accounts, forged titles, clean-looking bills of sales. Only working with 2 cars: a 2013 Honda Civic and a 2013 Buick Verano. I don't even know what that is. It sounds like a coffee for me. I don't know. But it got passed around like a bad luck casserole. And so allegedly he made $24,000, and he's looking at charges that could add up to 98 years. Okay. But on the bright side, he won't need a car where he's going. So there is that.
So 90, well, I want to do the cost benefit analysis.
Oh, God,
here.
there is none.
98 years in prison. And how much did he make?
He only made $24,000.
That's it. Oh, hold on. I've got a sounder for that, Kim, because that I say there are smart criminals and there are dumb criminals. 98 years for only $24,000. That to me is a dumb criminal.
It is.
That is a dumb criminal. Finally, Kim, tell us how to save almost $2,000 using our phone versus buying new technology.
Well, a lot of people don't realize the power that they have in their phone. So, like, for example, somebody will go out and buy a scanner for documents. Okay, you don't need to do that. Apple Notes has a built-in scanner, and you can also use Adobe Scan. If you're still buying audiobooks, stop already. You could be using an app called Libby, and it actually links to your library card. I know before you say, like, who has a library card, I'll tell you about that in a second. It gives you instant access to thousands of audiobooks and ebooks. If you don't have a library card, when you install the free Libby app, it'll actually say, do you have one? You're like, no, and then it will help you get one. So,
can you hook Libby up to your Kindle?
Oh, yeah, for sure, 100%.
Because my wife is a voracious reader, and she's always got her Kindle, so I'm going to get hooked up with a Libby app.
Fitness apps, a lot of people are, into wearables, especially this time of year, or maybe it's dwindling now this time of year. But you don't need to buy a Fitbit. Apple Health and Google Fit will give you the tracking for your steps, your distance. It doesn't give you the heart. Now, if you're looking at cable TV, yeah, those costs. You have Pluto TV and Tubi, that's Tubi, that will give you free movies and shows and good stuff.
Yeah, I have
like that.
Tubi, yeah.
And, it's not the latest and greatest, but there's a lot of good stuff on there. And security cameras, if you have an old smartphone laying around, okay, this is not a replacement for a full-blown security system by any means. But there's an app called Alfred Camera that you could just put that on an old phone, and then it turns into a security camera. So if you want to monitor a place and get some live viewing from anywhere, it's just an easy way to do it.
I could do that to monitor my pups. I've got a ton of old iPhones that I could just set up.
Oh, your little puppies?
Alfred Camera is what you said, right?
Exactly.
Oh, all right, done. Libby, Alfred Camera. I got it. Kim, Always a pleasure. Great advice as always. Folks want to know more about the Kim Komando Empire. Where can we go?
Sign up for the free newsletter at getkim.com.
GetKim.com. Kim, I'm glad you survived Ice Jam 2026.
It was
my
tough
friend.
in Phoenix. It was
I'll be
hard.
listening to you this weekend, my friend.
Thank you, Mark.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Kim Komando.
Hey, if you love staying tech ahead, then you're going to love. I'm talking about my free newsletter called The Current. Join almost 1 million folks who get it every single day. It's quick, smart, and only takes 5 minutes a day. Yes. Sign up right now at getkim.com. That's getkim.com.